Here we are atop a hotel in Dallas. There's a crane. There's two cranes. Well, anyway, this thing's covered in VRVs. I'm not a big fan of the VRV. When they're working, they're great, but when they're not, man, troubleshooting and diagnosing of VRVs can be daunting. That's a big guy right there. Oh, dropped the fuse. So I've already... Shut up, plane. You're so loud. I've obviously already been here, done some diagnosing, but I will share what had happened, you see, on this little fella right here. And brought up the minimal tools. Hopefully I have everything I need to make this thing, you know, make it purr. I don't know. It's probably not going to work because these things are very, 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 very complicated. I got the sensors, okay? They got the sensors everywhere. And the code I was getting, well, I have the service switch turned off right now. The code I was getting was, goodness gracious, what was it called? I'm gonna have to look it up. Let's see here. It was C-Track no. Just no. All right, looked it up. It says, you know, it's not gonna let it do anything. Cool. So I try to just dumb it down. Let's make it simple. Find out what had happened. You see, what had happened was those three fuses on the far right are that's the left. That's not the, yeah, that direction. They well, they're blown wide open inside there. So tracing those three fuses back and go down into this terminal block, which goes into the top of these contactors. These are overload contactors, and then the wires go whoosh, that way. So let's find out what happened. Now, each one of these contactors is labeled C1 through C6. C stands for compressor. Look, compressor access. Okay, well, let's just open this door. Oh, there's a bunch of R2D2s in here. Notice how they're not numbered. That was amazing. So I popped off the caps on every one of these and tested the windings on all of them. And this lovely fella right here is grounded. Why did I do that? No breeze. Goodness. Okay. That's gonna be coming out of my nose for a while. All right. What do I mean by it's grounded? There's windings inside here, inside the head. Turn the motor for the compressor. And those are right here, here, and here. This is unit has a lot of voltages. So that's where our fuse is blown. We turn our flucometer here to speaker option. We get us a good ground. I always like to use the copper. You're gonna scratch it a little bit, make sure you got a good ground, and we're gonna test our continuity. Oh, oh. She's grounded, all three legs. Okay, that's no bueno. No bueno. That means this guy's done, which stinks really bad. Because this thing's only a couple of years old. I would guess 3. And that means that this compressor is probably under warranty. There's no telling how many pounds of refrigerant are in this thing. Looks like we might be lucky enough that they all have their own circuit. So when I have to do some digging, some research, some phone calls, some internet stuff, and figure out how we're going to get it, how we're going to get it covered in warranty, how much refrigerant is in the circuit, And then it looks like they added 27 ounces of oil to this compressor. So that means we're going to have to find some oil and add it to the compressor. Exactly 27 ounces. I'm basically hoping that what I can do to make this thing run, because it won't even, nothing will kick on right now. I'm going to replace these 3 fuses, and then I'm going to pull the outgoing power. So it's this contactor right here. I'm going to pull these 3 legs out and cap them, and we're going to try and trick it. Now the problem with this is this thing is very, very, very over-engineered, and it's very sensitive. So there's even sensors in the compressor, if you saw inside that electrical section of the compressor, that are going to tell it, you know, amps, voltage, and all kinds of ups and downsies. So if it's not getting any volts, it may throw another code over here and it may still not run, which is really dumb. And I know there's a way in all the electronics and whatnot to just bypass that one, but this feller ain't quite smart enough. Before I go pulling on fuses, whoo, that's a big old disconnect right there. Daggum. Anyway, we're gonna kill her and hope that, you know, main control panel disconnect. So I'm not trying to put a fuse in while the thing's hot, and I'll end up zapping myself. Okay, that one goes down into the ground. 2 that come into here. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and shut her down and hope we don't set off, you know, fire alarms and whatnot. See what happens. She's down. I don't hear any fire alarms, but I also don't want to take my time. Hey, before you go start grabbing on something, I don't trust disconnects, so I'm gonna make sure I ain't got no voltage on these. That one says nothing. That one says nothing. That one says nothing. And for giggles, test them to ground. Ground, 7 volts, 7 volts, 7 volts. So disconnect has done its job. That 7 volts is nothing to worry about. It's just a backfeed. You won't even feel it. It's probably actually not even really there. Oh, we're gonna get, I got my little bag today because, you know, the back starts hurting with the big bag. You get our little, they're called fuse removers, you know. They're really called channel locks, but I use them to remove fuses. Oh, there, yes. Okay, 1 ounce, and that's hooked down. And 1 in. I'm gonna have to use, she's thick, I have to use a screwdriver. Pry that dadgum thing wide open. See, I'll put that thing down there. Line it up. Yeah, that's tight. Tight, tight, tight. There, 1. She's a little bigger. Hey, it's the same class, same volts, same amp rating, and so we shouldn't have an issue. It fits, right? Right. Seated. These fuses are not cheap, I can tell you that. And got me. It's got me. Ow. Get on. There we go. All right, that part's done. We don't want to turn her on just yet because we're still grounded over there. What do I mean by grounded? Oh, Matthew, what do you mean by grounded? What does that mean? That means that the windings have The windings are touching a ground, a case. Probably it's usually the case to the compartment that they're sitting in. So they've either blown open, or they burned up, or they swole up, and they got swole. Here's my spares. Don't ever, when you replace fuses, don't just get how many you need, because look, this will work on all of them, and definitely not going to be the first time this ever happens. So we're just going to set them right there for future use. Get my, you know, I broke. Uh-oh. Do I have to go all the way back down to my truck? Please tell me I did not forget. Nope, I didn't. Whew. I broke my Allen keys, which is very disheartening. This is usually a 3/16. With my luck, it won't be today. Nope, it's smaller. Dropped it. I forgot what I was saying. I'll remember when I watch this and do some edits on it. There, when that one fits. Okay, so before we do this, what we gonna do? Dadgummit. There's no way to mark it because it's black. Oh, we need to mark, or you know what? I'm gonna bend. So we want the phases to stay the same. So this is a 3-phase unit. You don't want to make your phases different. All right, so I worked a little bit while I was talking to the kiddo. Pulled all 3 out. I even numbered them just in case someone wants to get in here and get all squirrely and start moving my wires around. I numbered them on the wire nuts. Yeah, my big blues, yeah, that was too big, which kind of blows my mind, because that's like, it looks like a number, well, it's only a number 10. It's just got extra insulation on it. Oh, my bad. See, that's a big blue. I thought I was gonna need those. I thought wrong. So big blue nuts can go back in my bag. And now we're going to flip it on, and we're going to see if we can trick it, and if we can at least get some airflow. Oh. All right, flipped on the service switch. Loading these little computers here. They got to load and diagnose and system check and whatnot. And if it goes back into that same error, I gotta look at other stuff. I don't know what. No, figure it out. That's what we do, so we figure it out. Self-test, please wait. I am, please waiting. Reheat oil management tandem rotation. 27% valve opening, 30% valve opening. Inga. All right, I have no errors. So that's a good thing. C-track status. Okay. Occupied mode. Oh, there's my error. Dadgummit, man. I was getting all excited and whatnot. Still says C-track no. Alright. Offline. We'll get online. Fool. I have a bad feeling I'm going to have to crawl in this thing. Another thing that can cause this is a bad sensor. A sensor that's open. Oh, just go check the sensor. Yeah, it's not the sensor, guys. It is a multitude of sensors. All these gray wires are all sensors. They go in a big bundle up there. There's 2 more right there. There's one that's coming in that way. Input scale operating. Okay, those are reheat boards. Not worried about that. C-Track, no. Alright. Main menu. Let's see. Clock and scheduler, networking, service, manufacturer, networking, service. Oh, it's the same things. Okay, so we're going to go into service mode. We're going to go down to service settings. Oh, get the password. Oh, look. Nope, that's not it. 4647. Sure, no one's going to put the dang password in here anywhere. Why don't you put the password, people? How's anyone supposed to work on this crap? Oh, I don't have a service password. So it looks like I'm going to have to get on the phone with the manufacturer at some point if I want to get into that menu. I'm not really sure that's what I want to do. Let's hit the back button. Let's hit the back button again. We're going to go into, because it says offline, we're going to go into networking. MAC address, C-Track status off. Back again. Even to get into freaking manufacturer mode, you have to have a password. So this is awesome. I can't go to any of the menus without a password to enable occupied mode, enable cooling, enable heating without a password. We do finally have our voltages going over there. So the daunting task that comes next is I'm going to pull each one of these sensors off one at a time, test continuity, see how many bad ones we have, and such a mess. I'm going to show y'all something real quick. I'm gonna need my headlamp for this one. It'll give you a little idea of how big the sucker is. Turn the service off when you go inside these units. Now, I believe it is this one right here. Nope, it's this one. You can literally walk inside these things. Oh, the air filters look like crap. Look, they're straight down. Yeah, those air filters are in bad shape. They gotta replace on them a whole lot more better. This is the evaporator, one of the evaporators, okay? There's more than one in here. See all those sensors on that back wall? Yeah, they're like a squirrely mess. And I don't understand what anyone did to these things or why. But somebody at one point went through and just disconnected two of them completely, which may be where we need to be right now. I don't know. They go over there, over there, over there. One goes in this box, one goes in this box. Evaporator's dirty. So maybe those are actually not even connected to each other. I'll make sure my door doesn't randomly shut on me. Alright, so I have an evaporator temperature sensor. So it's going to be a supply air temperature sensor right here. That is this one. And that one somehow connects. That doesn't even make sense. So we have 04 and 03 connected together. And then this one's not numbered, but it's an evaporator for the top, connected to that side. So maybe I'll bring my meter in here, and I'm gonna ohm out these sensors from here. Yeah, whoever did it didn't even put the thing back on. Just left her hanging. You know, I wish I could remember which ones were not connected, because at that time she was running. But if I disconnect a sensor, then it's going to show open sensor. Let me go back there and look and find out, because these just go to here. They don't go literally anywhere else. They're all 4 evaporator sensors that just go into the... I don't get it. Some of you guys probably get this. I'm not understanding, because we have these sensors hooked together, but they don't go to the unit anywhere. They just terminate right there. Termination here, 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 here. We got 4 sensors that go to one evaporator, and they all come back here and just get tangled up together, which doesn't make any sense. Why? So that's 3. I don't have a number on this one, but 3, 03, and 04. We're gonna go back around to electrical and see if we can find those numbers. Oh, it's a little cold out here. You're not in the sun. 3, 03, and 04. 3, 03, and 04. All right, what do we have here? There's 2. Oh, why am I even looking here? They don't even come back here. There's a number 3 right there. That one is these 2. Let's test on it. Let's see what it says. Should have an ohm value of any sensor. I don't know what these are supposed to be. Just go to horseshoe mode. That's Holmes, not like homie. I'm gonna take off one of these sides, which says 03 is right here. It's gonna be this one. You don't have to take, oh my goodness. Somebody meant business. You don't have to take off both sides. You just gotta remove one. Wow, which is easier said than done. Alright, so this fellow's running out of time. And I'm not gonna be able to make it back here till next week. So I did talk to the guy who came out here months and months ago. Those 4 sensors that were in the evaporator, they all 4 go to the same cable that comes into here. So I noticed when I was out here months ago that they had previously unhooked one of them, or 2 of them, or all of them. Basically, they got 4 sensors daisy chained into one line, which in my brain makes that much sense. You don't need 4 sensors on the same thing. So I unhooked one just now. We're gonna see if we're still getting an error code. And hope that it doesn't. I don't know what to tell you. I know if that fan starts ramping up, I'm gonna have a hard time shutting that door. Nope, still got the error code. How awesome. So I'm gonna go back and undo another one. If I undo another one and it still does not work, then I'm just going to order all 4 sensors to the unit, and we're gonna do it like that. So here's my main that goes out. It is connected to this sensor right here, and if that one's bad, then I need to go to a different one. That's not bad. Is my phone calling somebody? Oh, I just tried to FaceTime somebody. I don't even know who it was. My butt wanted to talk to somebody. Okay, this one. So if this one's bad, then I'm going to take these 2 wires. I'm going to put this headlamp on somehow with y'all on my head, which is doable, but man, it sure does crush my glasses down on my face. That's only going to work with 2 hands. So let's take this one apart somehow. And we're going to hook, there's my incoming, we're going to go on to that one was never unhooked. This one has been at one point. We're going to go to this one right here, which goes to the bottom side. Well, I'm not doing that because I ain't got the thing. See what this one's connected to. Lovely. This one was never removed either. You can tell when they were never removed because they have the squeeze nuts on them. What I'm going to try to do is then hook that there. I know this guy's not going to work. I pulled these 2 apart. These 2 don't even matter because they are some of the other ones. This one goes down right here as one of the ones that is. These 2 were never done anything with. Stay away. But this one can't hook to that. I wonder if I can just take this one out of the loop. Let's try that. This is my last effort before I just replace all of them. Tell them they're gonna have to wait on parts because the last thing I'm gonna do is waste my entire day. Oh look, my whole inside came out of that thing. That's awesome. Got to see, I got that one to there. And then I'm going to go daisy these in the chain. Get off. Go, fingers. Go. It's fine. You win, wire. You win. Put that guy together. One more nut. Oh. Flip it on, it don't work. Now, then it ain't gonna work. I am going to have her shut these doors because when this thing's on, boy, she makes some suction. Some serious suction. And you try to pull that door open, it's almost impossible. Headlamp off. The head. Now, see what happens. So I told you I'm leaving. I'm not kidding. I'm actually gonna pack my stuff up while this thing's loading. Look, strippers. 5:30 seconds is what that was. Gonna have to come back anyway because they're gonna need a compressor. So I've got some phone calls that I'm gonna be making. Try and figure that out. There it is. Same error. Sensor's getting ordered. Work on compressor thingy. And I'm out.